Hey y'all, I hope you're doing well. So today this is just a quick video on how to make these little crochet covers for terracotta clay pots. If you guys do not know, I absolutely love plants and gardening aside from crocheting. So I created some little covers for these 4.5-inch clay terracotta pots that I have kind of sitting in different places around my home. So I'm going to show you how to do this project. It's very simple, easy, just something if you wanted to do like little gifts for somebody. These are perfect little, embellishments to the basic terracotta pot that you can get for like 97 cents. Anyway, it's going to have a nice little gradual increase, the project will, but you're not going to have to do any counting to do that. It's all going to be within the stitch work. So this is a really simple project, even for my beginners. If you just want to follow along, I'll show you how I created these little covers. So go ahead and start by making yourself a slip knot and placing that slip knot on your crochet hook. And again, I don't know if I mentioned it, I used a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook and a 4-weight yarn. This is just a 4-weight acrylic yarn that I used, okay? So go ahead and we're going to start by making ourselves a foundation chain in the amount of 24. Now this could vary based on the size of your pot, but 24 stitches allowed my foundation chain to be around 7 inches, which was perfect. It allowed it to wrap nicely around the terracotta pot. So just yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and this is how you do a chain stitch, or how to do your foundation chain. Okay, so once you have that completed, you're going to then make a circle. So the way we do that is you're just going to insert your crochet hook into that very first stitch on your foundation chain, and it's going to make a nice little circle. Then you're going to do a slip stitch to join everything. So you're going to just put the bottom loop over the top loop. That makes sense? And that's going to create a nice little circle. Just make sure that your circle is flat. So that's probably the most complicated part of this pattern, is just making sure that your circle stays flat. Okay, and once you feel confident that the chain is nice and flat, we're going to start on our very first round. Go ahead and make yourself a chain of 3. And then we're going to work in every stitch all the way around the circle. So that chain of 3 there is going to count as your first double crochet stitch, okay? So as you look here, you can see your stitches. Now, if you have a tight foundation chain, it might be harder to work through. My tip for all my beginners is always to use a larger crochet hook when you do your foundation chain, and then switch to the smaller hook. That way you'll be able to work back through your holes if you're not good at getting your tension quite right. Okay, so let me show you how to do a double crochet stitch. If you didn't catch on there, you're going to yarn over, place the yarn behind your crochet hook, insert your hook into the next available stitch, pull through your loop. Okay, you'll have 3 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and I'll show you that a couple more times, I think, on camera, but this is just your basic double crochet stitch, and you're going to do that all the way around your first round. Okay. Yarn over into the next available stitch, insert your crochet hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you'll continue working again your double crochet stitch all the way around, and you should have a total of 24 double crochet stitches. And it could vary, guys. Remember, it just depends on what size pot you have, but that's how many I had to complete my project. And this is such a super easy project. You can even use this same pattern to make a little cozy for a cup, like a to-go cup, and maybe I'll do a video on that too, just because maybe everybody's not into plants. So anyway, this is what it looks like after you've gone around your first row with double crochet stitches. I have one more stitch right there at the very end. See, it's hard to see that very first one, but you want to make sure that you get a stitch right in there. Okay. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so see how it's nice and flat, it's not twisted. So what we'll do now is, you see this is your chain of 3 that we first created. We're going to do our slip stitch into this chain. So kind of get to the top of this chain, insert your crochet hook. See how it looks there? Pull through. And you actually could have yarned over and then pulled through, and that would have probably been more accurate, but this works fine. It's okay, guys. Keep going. So you're going to do a chain of 2, and that is going to count as your first half double crochet stitch. Into your next stitch that's in that round, you're in round 2 now, yarn over, insert your crochet hook through that stitch. You're going to go straight through the V, not, and then pull back through, yarn over, and then pull through those bottom 3 loops at the bottom of your hook there. So pull through all 3 of them. That's going to be a half double crochet stitch. So you just did a double crochet stitch in the previous round. This round is going to be all half double crochet stitches. So I'll show you a few more times here on camera. And you're just going to work into every single stitch. So that's why this is a really simple project, guys. You're just going to do a few rounds and then you'll have it completely finished. So continue making half double crochet stitches all the way around, finding the next stitch. Okay, again, and I'll show you this a few times just because if you're new to crocheting, you may not get all of it like in the very first 2 stitches, Okay, again, yarn over, insert your crochet hook, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through your bottom 3, and you're just going to keep working. Okay, so at this point, if you want to go ahead and pause the video and work yourself all the way around till you get back to that very beginning chain 2, we will then move into round 3. Okay, so I'll meet you back at the end of round 2. Okay, and this is what it's starting to look like. You're back here at your chain 2. Again, you're going to insert your crochet hook into the top part of that chain 2. And this is just going to join your round. Okay, yarn over and then pull through. So this is what I was telling you before what we could have done, but it's okay. Now we're going to work round 3. So you're going to chain 2 again. And you're going to repeat the same thing that we did for round 2, which is just half double crochet stitches all the way around. Okay. So continue working all the way around, and I'm just going to show you again a few more half double crochets on camera. That way, if you're, like I say, new to everything, you can kind of get into the groove before I let you go on your own. Okay, and just keep working half double crochet stitches. And I hope this isn't going too fast. You can pause the video now if you want. Continue working rows 3, 4, and 5, and then we'll meet back when I get to the end of round 5. And again, guys, if you ever need to pause a video or slow down a video in YouTube, there are 3 little dots, usually somewhere on the screen, that gives you the option to slow down the playback, which will allow it to be a little easier if it's new for you. And again, you're going to slip stitch into that top of the chain 2. And you're going to join your round. So at this point, what you're looking at is a pretty much almost completed project, okay? So we did a total of 5 rounds. 1 row of double crochet stitches, and then we did 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of half double crochet stitches. So you see how that looks? Very nice. Okay, so at this point, we are going to chain 1. And now we're going to go all the way around. This is round 6. We're just going to do all the way around with single crochet stitches. Insert your crochet hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So at this point, you have learned how to do a double crochet stitch. You've used half double crochet stitch. And now for the 6th round, we are doing single crochet stitches. So that is what's going to allow this I want to call it a cozy, but it's not the planter cover, to kind of create a shape without us having to count any stitches or do any decreases or increases. The stitches itself has allowed it to shrink and expand perfectly. Okay, so you want to pause your video and keep working all the way around until you finish your round of single crochet stitches. Now you can optionally do a round of slip stitches. Now that is an optional round. If you find that when you put your little planter cover on your planter and it seems a little loose, my suggestion would be just to go around and do a row of of slip stitches. So that's what I'm showing you here. completely optional, because if it fits perfectly, then you don't have to do this. But if it doesn't, that kind of cinches it in just a little bit, which makes it a little bit snugger, I guess. It makes it more snug around the terracotta pot. Okay, so at this point, you've done round 6. You've done an optional round of slip stitches if you want. You're going to finish off your work, and then those tails, you're just going to weave it back through your project. So you just take your yarn needle and then just weave in your tails. And then once you have all your little tails weaved in, go ahead and flip that little cover inside out so that the tails are now on the inside. And then that's it. You just put them on your whatever pots you have laying around. So it's a really inexpensive way to jazz up some really inexpensive pots and just add a little pop of something different inside your home. I will show you how I have mine laid out in my home, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.